Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. Today is card day, so I am sharing this beautiful card. Oh my gosh, I have been having a ball. I'm creating this background, and actually I cut out all the flowers and even this little piece for the sentiment. I cut it all out already so that I can show you how we are going to do the background on this. Now, I sent a few birthday cards out, and I had a few of my friends ask how I did that, and it's so pretty. And I actually learned from someone on the internet, and I don't even remember her name, but that's how I learned how to do it. But oh my goodness, I've been trying to do this on my own, and the thing I couldn't figure out was the alcohol that you use with it. Now I'm using my blends to use this, and alcohol markers are what you need to do this background, but it is on vellum. And another thing is I tried it on some cheaper vellum and it didn't work as well. It curled up like really bad. So I suggest using the Stampin' Up! Vellum or very high quality vellum because their vellum's really thick and nice. So yeah, this turned out so cute. I was really pleased with it. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm basically going to be showing you, I'll put the card together and everything, but I wanted to basically show you how to create this background. It's so pretty and it's so fun. You're going to go crazy trying different colors and everything because that's what I did. I also tested it, and this I tried on my own because she only showed it on vellum, but I tested it on, look at it up against on, this is window sheet. And again, use a nice window sheet because, oh my goodness, it makes a difference. But look at that. Isn't this going to be so pretty? I'm thinking of using it for like a fish scene or, you know, something water related. And then this one, I'm not sure. I haven't thought about that, but oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And this is a different technique that I'm going to show you. So if you want to see this, let me know. And I can probably do another video to show how I did these because it's a little bit more temperamental in using the window sheet. All right, so for this card, you are going to need a card base. This is my basic white. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4 regular card base. I am using the vellum, and I actually, when I did this card, I actually did a full sheet of 8.5 by 11, and then I just cut it down, but I decided it would take a lot longer for me to do a whole sheet, so I just cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. So that's what you'll need for the card. You need some basic white, you know, to cut out your little sentiment piece. And then I use some of our new in colors. I use the soft succulent, the polished pink, and the pale papaya. See, I'm getting better. I told you I'd get better at the names. Out of the leaves, and these are the pierced blooms. You know I love these, and I told you you'd be seeing them more. So these are the Pierced Blooms Dies, and it does come in a bundle, but I just got the dies because I absolutely love these. Look at all that you get in here, and I already took some out for the flowers. Actually, the ones I used are all on here. So I have 3 sheets here of just flowers and leaves, and so you can get a ton. And I actually, to run those through, all of the pieces including the sentiment piece were just 2 runs. You can do it all with like scrap that you have. And then the sentiment I'm using is from this Encircled in Friendship. I'm using the Because of You. I love this sentiment, not because I love the writing with the cursive and the standard font. So that's what I'm using for this. I'm going to make it just like my other one because I can use this for any occasion. All right, so let's get started here. All right, so what we're going to use are our blends. Now the colors that I used for this are dark pale papaya, light just jade, and then I used light Bermuda bay and light polished pink. So these are the 4 colors I chose. I was playing around with all different colors, so this is the one I really, really liked. I just like the soft look, and then I thought the flowers would look really pretty with that. You also need isopropyl alcohol. Don't use anything less than like 91%. This is where I went wrong in my testing, trying to do this on my own, because I knew alcohol would work with these, but I used the 70, I think it was 70%, and it did not work, and I was baffled. So I looked it up, and this is the reason why. So use 91 or higher for your alcohol content. I actually put mine in this little container that I got from the dollar store, and I'm going to add some because I've been using it. You can tell it changed colors. Even though it's okay, it'll still work that way. And so there's a few different ways you can do this, but I like using the brush technique. So that's what we're going to use first, and I'll show you another one at a later date, another way you can do it. So what you're going to do is, this is super, super simple. You're going to be so shocked, but you're just going to start layering color all over this. So how much color you want, just put it anywhere you want it. Just make sure you cover all of your areas on the page so that it all blends. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to cover most of it. And then I'm going to use this one here. I thought this was the soft surroundings, but it's the light just jade. And when you get what you want down, it's always going to look different. Everything that you do is going to look different because of the way you're putting down your color. I'm going to use some more of the polished pink because that's what I want mostly to show. And then we're going to use just a little bit of the light Bermuda Bay. I really like this with it, and I just happened to pick it up and test it, and it worked really pretty on this. So I'm just going to try to fill in some of those spaces. So you're pretty much good when you got it like this. So you can see that. It's really pretty like that even, but we're going to make it even more beautiful. And also, I'm going to show you a tip. I'm going to be using my heat tool to heat it, and it does help with keeping it flat as well. So I'm going to get my alcohol out here, and I have a little brush. You can use any brush. This one's kind of a stiff brush, and I like the way that worked better. And all you're going to do is start. I should have got my little sheet that I use because I'm going to make a mess on here, but it's all right. We're going to just start adding the alcohol. And just dab it on, and you can already see that it's doing its magic here. And just start laying it down. Don't oversaturate it because that's where you're going to get a little bit of curling, but don't worry about the curling. I didn't hardly have any since I switched. I tried to use a cheaper not window sheet, but a cheaper vellum, and it didn't work at all for that. It just curled all up, and it was a mess. So just lay it down where you want it. You can see it's so pretty. It looks almost like little bubbles coming out here. You can see it buckling up. I'm going to go ahead and dry it real quick like that, and then I'll show you what you can do. So I'm going to turn on my heat tool here. So you can see how nice and flat it stayed, but I'm going to want to add a little bit more water in here. Not water, but alcohol. But you can go back, re-wet it, and you can get it, you know, any way you want. Don't over mix because you don't want your colors to turn muddy. But I'm going to go ahead and hit it again with the heat tool. And that is how I'm going to leave it because I could see I'm getting a little muddied there, and you don't want that. So we're going to put our flowers on this side, but look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, it turns out so nice. And it's best if you put something under it because it does get a little bit messy. All right, so now to get the vellum on here, I always do it this way when I have vellum and I don't want it to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some wet glue because we're going to put it on our card base here. Put it along here. I'm not going to go crazy. I want to make sure it's to the edge though. I don't know why this glue is not wanting. There we go. And then I'm going to take my little sponge. I cut it in 4s, but these are Stampin' Up! Sponges. And just start moving this around and blotting it. And get that glue covering the whole back of your vellum. This way, when it's on the card, you're not going to see it. So we're going to just place this on here. Make sure it's lined up. Sometimes I'll just lay something heavy on it here. But it usually stays really well. And then just press it really good. But isn't that pretty on there? Oh my goodness. You can just play and play. It's just crazy. And you can see when I used the heat tool how it was pushing stuff around too. But I wish I wouldn't have added there because it did get a little muddied there, but you're not going to see it on this card because I'm using the flowers. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my polished pink and my pale papaya. I'm going to use 2 strips. We're going to use this for underneath the card. So I'm going to trim both of these. I'm going to make them and then I'm going to just add them to the card here, right in the center. Better add a little bit more there. And then we're going to stamp. So I'm just using Memento Black. And I'm using the sentiment Because of You. I'm going to put that in the center. It's so pretty. And then we're going to lay this on top. And I'm not popping it up. I'm just going to add the adhesive on the back here. And it's going to kind of go a little bit to the right, a tad, because we're going to add the flowers. I need to fix that little end there. Maybe I need to move it just a hair over a little bit. All right. We're going to go with that right there. And now let's grab our flowers here. I even cut out the centers. So we are going to use 3 of the leaves. I'm going to use some of this. It's going to be my center on that one. These are actually other little flowers, but you can use them as the centers, so that, like I'm doing. And then we're going to use one of the big ones for that one. Now we are just going to start adding them. I'm going to grab some dimensionals because we are popping the flowers up, but we're not going to pop the leaves up. We're just going to add the leaves. It's really an easy card once you get everything cut out and ready to go. So we're going to do that. Let's put some dimensionals on these. And then we're going to put our first flower down here. And then I'm going to see where I'm going to put these other ones. Make sure I got them lined up. Okay, I think I'll put this one down next. Here. And then we'll do this one, and then we'll put our other leaves on. I'm just adding these leaves like underneath because they're popped up, so it's going to be easy to add your extra leaves on here. So we'll do one there, then we'll do one in the back here. There we go. And there you have it. Look how pretty. Aren't those, isn't that background so pretty? It actually looks really nice now that it's a little bit different on the other side, but it gives it a lot of interest. Here's the other one that I did. I didn't overwork this one like I did this one, but you can tell it's always going to look different, but it's still just as pretty. It's so fun to try. Oh, on this one I used some of our opal rounds on it, but you can see that you do not need anything extra. It's just so pretty. That one has the little clear rounds on it here. But I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. I hope you give it a try for yourself because it's so fun. And if you really want to see the one that I did with the window sheet, I'll share that as well. So just let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.